Living with a narcissistic mother-in-law can be both a rewarding and challenging experience. Today we'll be talking about the narcissistic mother-in-law. I'm sure those who have experienced this have a lot to say about it, and others who have not experienced it can grab their chairs and listen so you can know ways to avoid some confrontations or to live in peace. Welcome to Amina Jimoh Show at the Amina Jimoh Foundation. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ìtàn ayé gidi, labarin duniya na gaskiya, àkókò madu, real life story. Today we're not going to be going into the real life stories, or maybe I could bring in something here and there to make some examples so that way other people would understand more about what a narcissistic mother-in-law is like. It often requires open communication, mutual respect, and clear boundaries. When I mean clear boundaries, you have to have clear boundaries to maintain mutual respect, to maintain harmony in the household. There are some tips to make cohabitation smoother. Set early boundaries, communication, show appreciation, be adaptive, find common ground. Do not forget to seek support when needed. The narcissistic mother-in-law, understanding and navigating the challenges. Dealing with a narcissistic mother-in-law can be one of the most challenging aspects of marriage. Narcissistic individuals often exhibit traits like manipulation, control, and a need for constant attention. They love attention. Oh boy, oh boy. When these traits are present in a mother-in-law, they can severely impact your emotional well-being and relationship dynamics. Today we would explore the signs of the narcissistic mother-in-law, how her behavior can affect your marriage, and strategies to protect yourself and maintain a healthy relationship. Narcissism is characterized by a sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy for others, and an overwhelming desire for admiration. Some key signs that your mother-in-law can exhibit narcissistic tendencies include control and manipulation. She constantly tries to control your life or your spouse's decisions, often imposing her own opinion and dismissing yours. Lack of boundaries. She does not respect your personal space, intrudes in your marriage, or she would go ahead and disregard boundaries you set. Playing the victim. When confronted or criticized, she positions herself as the victim, turning the tables to make others feel guilty. Constant need for attention. She requires ongoing admiration and attention, often inserting herself into situations to be the center of focus, undermining your relationship. She may criticize your relationship. She would constantly compare you to others or create drama sometimes to create discord between you and your spouse. A narcissistic mother-in-law can bring in stress and tension into your relationship, and some of the common effects include emotional strain. Constant manipulation and criticism can take a toll on your mental health, leaving you feeling anxious, inadequate, or overwhelmed. Marital discord. A narcissistic mother-in-law may intentionally or unintentionally cause conflict between you and your spouse. If your spouse feels torn between loyalty to their mother and their commitment to you, it can strain your marriage.
Amina Jimoh Foundation, Amina Jimoh Empire, I'm proud to be a public figure.
Or isolated, especially if your spouse is unaware or unwilling to acknowledge her behavior. Dealing with a narcissistic mother in law requires careful strategy and emotional strength. Here are some key tips for managing the situation. Set and reform boundaries. Be clear and firm about your boundaries from the start. Whether it's keeping her out of your personal matters, boundaries are crucial to maintain peace. Maintain a unified front with your spouse. It's very important that you and your spouse are on the same page. When it comes to handling the behavior, open and honest communication about how she affects both of you. It's key to maintain a united response. Don't take it personal. Understand that her behavior stems from her own personal issues, not because of anything you have done. Try not to internalize her actions or words. Limit your exposure. If her behavior becomes too toxic, consider limiting your interactions. Distance can provide the space needed to maintain your emotional well-being. Seek support, whether it's through friends, family, or a therapist. Having a support system can be invaluable when dealing with a narcissistic mother-in-law. Talking about your experience with someone who understands can help you navigate the situation more effectively. When to consider professional help. If the relationship with your mother-in-law becomes unbearable and starts negatively affecting your marriage and mental health, seeking professional help is a wise decision. A therapist can help you and your spouse navigate the complexity of dealing with a narcissistic individual while maintaining your relationship and well-being. Dealing with a narcissistic mother-in-law is tough, but manageable challenge. Recognize the signs, understanding how her behavior impacts your life, and adopting practical strategies can really help you maintain and protect your mental health and your well-being, your emotional health, and maintain a strong, supportive marriage. Remember, while you cannot control her actions, you have the power to control how you respond. Other signs of a narcissistic mother is like she does not respect your boundaries. She views you as an extension of herself. She plays you and your siblings against each other. She constantly criticizes you. She sets unrealistic expectations. She lashes out of any criticism. She's obsessed with maintaining appearance. She expects you to admire her. She ignores your needs. She seemingly competes with you. She gaslights you. She only treats you well in public. She always presents as the victim. Other signs that your mother-in-law is a narcissist: she constantly needs everyone's attention. She's constantly angling for admiration. She lacks empathy and responsibility for her actions or words. She takes advantage of others for her own gain. She gets hostile when she does not get what she wants. Sometimes she might get aggressive. She constantly struggles to understand boundaries. Everything she does is deniable. She violates your boundary. She, of course, makes you look like the crazy person. She's envious. She's a liar in too many ways to count. She blames and destroys your relationship. And for most of them, Yorubas will say Yaoko Bonvita. The Yaoko Bonvitas are people that when you have that money that you get from your work, not your husband's money, your money, because they don't want you to touch their son's dime, your money. She would make sure she finds out about how the bills are going on in that house so she can frustrate you. So here and there, she'll tell you, oh, I need you to buy me this. I need you to buy me that. Expensive things that she cannot afford to buy herself, or things that she would never want her son to buy for her. Those are the kind of mothers we call Iya Oko Bonvita, Oponta, Emashora. Thank you for coming to watch me. Do not forget to put your comments down below and give me a thumbs up. And always remember to share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Even when they know that you both are putting money together, they still find it difficult to believe that you are also contributing to the family. Sometimes, most of these Iyaoko Bonvitas end up frustrating women, not knowing that the women they are frustrating are the ones footing all the bills in the home. And they would come in, frustrate the children, frustrate the wife, and that's the only thing that keeps them happy. A narcissist. A narcissist loves when there is chaos and drama everywhere. They do not care about the children's mental health, because all a narcissistic mother-in-law cares about is her selfish self. Do you want to be that mother-in-law? It's high time all parents start teaching children how to be better. Let that stop from your own generation. Do not carry it to the next generation. And some narcissistic mother-in-laws went through all kinds of abuse from their own mother-in-law, so they feel they also have to pass it on to the next person who comes to their own family. But why would you want to do something like that? Were you happy going through such experience? That is abuse. Do not abuse another person. Stop enabling abuse, and let's all come together to speak and to educate our community. I love you and I am so grateful having you here. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next Amina Jimoh Show episode. Bye bye.